Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We now move into the second half of tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. My name is Jorasar. I hope you guys have been enjoying the broadcast so far as we move away from Miramar onto the green pastures of Erangel for the second half of today. Mercurial, how dare they with the chicken dinners there, taking the fight to Twisted Minds at the top of the leaderboard. Twisted Minds being incredibly consistent, but those dubs from Mercurial have meant they are at least provisionally top of the table going into the second half of the day with 39 points. Will they be able to keep up the pressure and keep up the consistent performance on Erangel? The next couple of games will tell. 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock plane path from Primorsk to Kameshki. Most places on the map should be accessible. We've got FaZe Clan having a peek here by the coast, maybe looking for a boat to go this way. Milta power. Yeah, it does look like they're going to be finding something over here. So they are not going to be troubling the toxic players, I do not think. In the meantime, SHEESH and Vorpal Swords will be the two teams going to Sosnovka Island. Are we going to see a military? I don't think so. All right. Phase number 1, just east of Chopsticks. EXhalatioN, closest team to the center of a circle. FaZe Clan, I suspect, will probably still go... Oh, hello. Yeah, we have a little bit of a conversation with Julian there, but FaZe Clan will be the ones to get that boat. All good. Toxic players live to fight another day. Oh, hello. Not again. Are SHEESH gonna stop and loot? They're not. Okay. Toxic players not having the greatest luck at the start of this game, but 2 of them are on the north side, 2 of them are on the south side, and the circle's not really that close. So a little bit rough, but we will get there eventually. FaZe Clan R&D going to be moving towards Milta. They could potentially go all the way towards power, I suppose. I don't feel like they need to. With Milta free, I think that's completely and utterly acceptable. They could beach the boats, that's fine. We should have a decent collection of vehicles here. There we go. We've got the Dasher. Not a problem at all. So they'll be able to rotate fairly freely later on, and all of Milta is their oyster. Mercurial have got Lipovka and Jempty getting towards prison, but probably isn't going to need to go into there. And the Wu have got Yasnaya to themselves. That's more loot than a team can handle, that much is for sure. As much as I want to say SHEESH holding Observatory would be fantastic, nowhere close to the circle in this particular game. EXhalatioN and Entropiq potentially looking for the same kind of compounds early on. iZoom and Daboom have been spotted by Lucarux, and I don't think Lucarux here is looking to absolutely pile it in. Now, if Daboom comes out of compound far enough that we sneakily get a delightful little free knock, then sure, we'll take it. But that's a big if. Oh, hang on a second. The rest of Entropiq are coming in. They've said there's only one player here. Unfortunately, that one player is doing a fair bit of damage. That's the boom. Gets one. That's on the Evas. If he's able to get nail up as well, that's huge. That's so important, popping the smoke down. This enables BTM to come in from behind. BTM manages to get nail up down. Gets a third onto Mamich. Lucarux, the only surviving member here of Entropiq. I'm surprised they committed to wanting to grab this position so early. I genuinely thought they had the ability to stay back there and be okay. All eyes on Lucarux. EXhalatioN have defended this well so far. Fantastic grenade from BTM. Properly put that to him to say, are you really pushing in? Wants to try and take advantage of the res. Grenades in. He has to make this work. Evas, the only player left bleeding on the broken wall. He's right there. Really good flashbang. We've got Twisted Minds coming in off the back of this now as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at Petulins. He gets knocked alongside Perfectix. I have to say, EXHALATioN are holding this quite well. We've got Exalt third-partying this, preventing them from doing anything particularly drastic. They're holding technically the rest of the compound. Entropiq finally go down. Twisted Minds down to 2. Will EXHALATioN be able to revive themselves? iZoom is down. Salik comes back up to make the total 3 players. That's good. But now they're in between 2 different... This is phase 1, guys. This is phase 1. What's going on? Exalt and Twisted Minds are now going on outside, while EXHALATioN inside the compound have successfully recovered. They might have the ability here to be the one springing the surprise. Faorist is in danger of getting caught out by Daboom. Well, they know exactly where everyone is. That much is for sure. Are there any other crazy fights like this? It doesn't look like it. It's a 3-way fight here in phase 1. In fairness to all of these teams, it is close to the middle of the circle. And it's not that easy to get away as well. There's quite a lot of open space between this and the next compound. So I have some sympathy. My question is, what are Twisted Minds going to do now? I think they expected... Oh, that's it. They're out. They probably expected the third party this, win the fight quickly and take over the compound. That did not play out that way for them at all. Oh, man. Twisted Minds eliminated early on, and Faorist playing hitbox bingo there with his head over the broken wall. Will get eliminated, leaving Fate as the sole surviving player. EXHALATioN! Fate onto BTM. Gets the finish. Arctic still bleeding out, but I don't think Fate is thinking about a revive right now. He's thinking either he eliminates the squad entirely or nothing. Very difficult to push once someone is up here. Especially if they have a shotgun. Exalt and EXHALATioN. Oh my god! Fate, stop it! Artix bleeds out, but Fate with the double barrel shotgun finishes the last 2 members of EXHALATioN, and Exalt with 8 kills are the team that survive right in the middle of the circle. Phase 1 hasn't even closed yet. I don't know what's going on here, guys. I mean, it's legit in the middle of the circle. They were fighting for position. Completely and utterly fair. Twisted Minds getting caught out there thinking it was a quick third party. It absolutely was not. We return to Pachinki. Kapi maybe thinking better of going up towards the church. I think he heard something and he would be wise to hold tail. He does indeed. Oh, yeah, these angles aren't exactly the best. But they managed to avoid the woo here. Oh my god. What a start to the game on Erangel. Atavism moving past Gatka. There's absolutely no desire for them to move into the city. Don't worry. Michael and Smash making sure that that desire stays comfortably suppressed. And MTB Esports, who I have to say have been relatively quiet today, but are certainly capable of doing some very noteworthy things indeed. Now making their way towards middle of circle. Zone 2 has popped north of Ferry Pier. These fields not somewhere where anybody wants to be. Question mark have got an excellent positional setup there. However, Dante might get crashed. This could be seen as a priority compound here, and as a result, Dante could be in a bit of trouble. He's hopping into his buggy and he's abandoning it, knowing that that could happen. I think that's completely and utterly fair enough. Atavism are probably going to take that over. FaZe, who's got 4 kills already, and it's phase 2. Looking for a place to call home. Might be committing to Shack Life. Are we committing to Shack Life? We're committing to Shack Life. Casual phase 2 Shack Life. Don't worry about it. Oh, we've got the gas can defense as well. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. If anyone wants to approach, they will burn. No one interested at the moment, though. Oh, hello. Digital Athletics and the Woo looking like they're getting into a little bit of a disagreement. Mert got picked off individually up the top of this mountain. I think it was coincidence. I don't think they are desperate to push into one another. I feel like Nixie would have just been seen by Mercurial there, but perhaps not. Interesting that I'm hearing those shots. What is going on there? I have no idea what went on there, guys, but it doesn't look like these teams are going to be fighting anymore. Materialist manages to get his way back to the car with Code Marker. And they should be able to disengage. This will allow the Woo to potentially leapfrog them and get closer to center, which is frankly what they want at this point. Oh, this is going to get messy. On the east side, we've got the Toxic players moving up towards 2 members of SHEESH, who are suspiciously close to 2 members of PCIFIC Esports. Bibbin with the grows out does not miss those. That's a great nade. Holy crap, that's a great nade. Toxic players will be thinking twice before moving back here. I think Sond now going to want to recoup, I suspect, with the rest of his team rather than go for the very, very high profile engage. Mercurial out as well, by the way. So Twisted Minds out early. Mercurial out early. Toxic players down to 2. Julian went for the revive. He did not survive the attempt. Got Blazer and Sond flying the banner for Toxic players now. But they're still very much in the blue. Not ideal at all. Oh, can he make... Yes, he can make it into the house. Pick up some meds, but they're going to have to think about where they rotate to. SHEESH have got them on lockdown. PCIFIC Esports would be doing okay if it wasn't for the fact that the SleepDodgers are right next door. And that's a barrel to the face of Twister. PCIFIC Esports, maybe they were guilty of just watching this other fight a little bit too long in case they could come in and participate. And didn't realize that the SleepDodgers had ventured into this group of 6 houses. Good situational awareness, I think, from SleepDodgers and Illidan in particular there. To have a peek towards the third party and realize there was another team there, so just holding out by the houses. Cannot fault that kind of play. 30 seconds left to go until phase 3 closes, and I don't think either of these teams really want this fight because of where phase 4 is going. Before we talk about that, though, let's take a look. Phase 3 even. Let's take a look at the Woo. They've just rotated past the fellas and been given a fright of their life by Michael. It looks like the Woo want to keep fighting this, which is interesting. If I were them, I would stay put. Just allow them past. MTB Esports trying their best to pop off a little bit. Nailcore almost walking straight into the Molotov. Smoke to attempt to counter. Control is down. He needs something against Atavism now, and he needs something to build momentum. Oop. Let's keep that door closed. Control getting revived. Where is the rest of Atavism? Mixie coming in. Should be able to res Pixel. Wouldn't be surprised if he went straight to res Fuzzface afterwards, because he should know. that MTB are struggling a little bit. Control, a beautiful second knock. And I think the molly is going to finish him off there as well. It is. Oh, that is brilliant stuff from Mixie. And he should still be able to get the revive on Pixel and Fuzzface as well. This means Nailcop has two options. It's absolutely bum rush this and try and win. Oh my god. Okay, the bum rush is working. Gets the refrag onto Pixel. Or play it slow. This actually is affecting Atavism quite a lot. This is Pixel's second knock. Makes it a little bit more difficult. And it looks like Mixie's going to have to go alone. He can't. Atavism eliminated. Nailcop managing to clutch it out for MTB Esports, who are now up to 5 kills total. And he absolutely does clutch that out. Question mark. Hoba and a doozy are in a different part of the same compound. I was not expecting that. Really well played there from Nailcop. Don't think anyone will take that away from him. Good timing on the grenade that took out Pixel for the second time. And excellent tenacious follow-up from him to deny Mixie the team victory there. No complaints. Very, very well played. Phase 4, we cut out the water. Although we also cut out most other things that are kind of useful. We've got the industrial compound here. And that warehouse, which is in. Nailcop question marker in. Anyone who's in a compound basically already has it encircled, and everyone else is going to have to find a way in. Like the... Oh, God. Clib's still outside the circle. Toxic players. Clib will probably go down here if he doesn't have a vehicle to hand to move around them, unless he wins that 1v2 super quick. Fate, Digital Athletics, Vorpal Swords. Oh, man. The SleepDodgers and FaZe Clan all have to find homes in this circle. It's just not going to happen, guys. The question is who blinks first. Clip bleeding out to begin with. SleepDodgers have been spotted by Fex and FaZe Clan. Not to a point where it's situation critical, though. They're going to move up north instead, but Digital Athletics are moving down. And this could play into their hands properly. Illidan over the ridge. How is he surviving that? I don't know! The rest of the SleepDodgers have decided a more straightforward approach is required here. Mossboard goes down. Digital Athletics eliminated. Is Nord with Mossboard? He is. Oh, I don't know if this will be enough. I don't know if Mossboard can survive this. He has to bandage straight away. Oh, and he can't jump into zone. That's it. He's going to have to drop everything for Nord, unfortunately. Oh, a second, maybe 2 seconds earlier, and they would have been completely fine. That was a really good engagement from the SleepDodgers, but a pity that they're not quite able to make the follow-up work and get the revive that they so desperately need. Mossboard will bleed out now as everybody else looks for a way through. Oh, FaZe Clan have questions to ask right now, and that's fair enough. Can they cross this road safely, for starters? SHEESH are looking at them, trying to deny that. They can cross the road safely and get to this sort of position. I think FaZe Clan would be okay. The problem is SHEESH are just such a pain in their side right now. Aduzi retains Hoba's services for another couple of minutes in this game, as the Vorpal Swords now need to decide where to go. They're on the edge. This is flat. This isn't somewhere they want to be long term. Phase 5 has popped, so they have a little bit more information to play with. And I don't think there's any way to know that their best chance here might actually be to crash Nailcop. How can you possibly know from this position that one person is in this building? You can't, really. This buys FaZe Clan some hope, which I know sounds strange. But if it turns out that SHEESH move first, FaZe Clan might be able to third party whoever SHEESH move into. So we keep an eye on that. Fate down to the final 2 first aids. Timing the first aid practically to perfection, which I'm a big fan of. Might be able to get into this circle without popping another one, but he has to keep moving. Next circle's moving in now. Here we go. Vorpal Swords going for the push that we were talking about earlier. Except they've moved into the glass compound, close to question mark. A doozy now. And Hoba have found an opportunity for them to absolutely unleash their lethals. Hoba still has 3 frag grenades. It looks like they're opting not to full on push in. So question mark, a doozy used all of his utility to try and eliminate Vorpal Swords, and when they didn't get the result they wanted, they moved further north in the same compound, and I'm pretty sure Hoba knows that that's a different team. So consolidation exercise after not finding the knock that they want, which I think is fair enough. James knows. Oh, James knows. Oh, Jimbo knows. Great flashbang, and that's Grendis down. That is clean, clinical play there coming out from James. Great stuff. 1 grenade, 1 flashbang, 1 spray. Looking for the rest of SHEESH now. They get 1. It's only Chani left in the vehicle. Third party from the Woo. Got him. SHEESH eliminated FaZe Clan, able to take them out, and that actually buys them a lot of space on the south side of the circle. Nord now, after spending what feels like an eternity in the blue, is coming back, potentially with a vengeance. This looks potentially good on Fex. Will it get far enough? It actually climbed partway up the rock. Not good enough to get the damage done that he needed to. Oh yeah, by the way, 5 damage a second and counting. This will not be fun. Something's just been thrown his way. Is it far enough? Not quite. It's 8 damage per second now. Nord's got 4 first aids, to be fair. But he's going to have to do something pretty amazing to convince us that he can survive from here, including not time the first aids like that. That SleepDodgers eliminated. They do get a point at least for their tenacity in this game, making their way into the placement points in 8th place, but that's as far as it gets. Phase 6 onto the compounds. No one really that surprised by this. The Woo are going to have to move out of the industrial compound, but I love the fact that Quizzy is already in position here. If they have vehicles and can crash, the Woo have got a space in, and I think this plays into the hands of FaZe Clan, you know. Everyone's trying for the compounds. In PUBG, so much of your success is down to doing what nobody else can. Playing the contrary position. The only problem they have is cover. I love the idea of letting everyone else fight for the compounds, and all they have to do is hold out on the south side. But because of how flat this is, there are so many circles where this is a dream scenario for FaZe Clan. I'm still not 100% convinced. James is in circle where he is now. So they can make this work until the end of phase 6, which means they can wait for everyone else to pop off. But if everyone stays put and no one fights, then FaZe Clan are in a world of hurt. That's where things are at right now. Patience is so important sometimes in PUBG, and I feel like FaZe have to bide their time here. They want the Woo to fight someone else. They want everyone in the compounds to pop off against each other. And only at that point, then and only then, do they have the highest chance of winning the game by popping into the compound, maybe crashing as a third party from south. The Woo can wait even more because they've got Quizzy. They've got the man on the inside. FaZe really needs someone to take on Vorpal Swords, if we're being specific. PWD and Kron holding out. We've got Question Mark as a duo. Toxic Players as a solo. Exalt as a solo. The Woo is a full team of 4. And MTB is a solo. So the Woo and FaZe Clan have got strength in numbers right now, but nobody wants to move. Next circle. Quizzy has to move. Exalt has to move. Son should be okay getting into the next building. We're going to be asking questions of the Woo. We're going to be asking even more questions of FaZe Clan, I think. This one is... Yeah, look. Listen, just listen. No one's shooting. Everyone's staying put. Which means FaZe Clan have some decisions to make. I think they're going to end up crashing Vorpal Swords. Not sure how much else they can do, guys. The Woo will be able to get vehicles and park them here. Nail Cop will shoot at them for a bit. But unless Nail Cop has the spray of a lifetime, don't think anything huge is going to happen there. This is huge, though. The two teams that have to think about moving in have just taken each other out. That is a terrible time for James to get down because the rest of the squad now have to move ahead in the smoke. I think they would have wanted, really, to move as a full team of 4. Here come the Woo while FaZe Clan are busy with their move in from the grave, from beyond the grave. Nail Cop manages to get 2 knocks, but I think Biestoloch and Nixie will both be able to get revived. So that's the Woo making it in. FaZe Clan have James and Gustav down. And that car is very much exploding. FaZe Clan back up to 3, but no real way into circle. The Woo have done this okay. FaZe Clan have tried, but unfortunately, Blue Zone might be a bit much. 30 seconds left to go on phase 7. What can they do? No vehicles. This has to be a runner. No smokes in front of them at the moment. Now starting. And this is not fun to be FaZe Clan right now. PWE does find James. I think that's his second or third knock as well. FaZe Clan are at least in circle, but they're getting absolutely brutalized. Correxi's the last player alive, and he's almost the only player outside of the next circle. Rough stuff. Fate goes down. That's Exalt eliminated. Sond, actually, another one of the solos, manages to take him out. Buys himself some placements in addition to the kill point there. Great headshot onto Hoba, but it's not quite enough as the respray there. Gets the point for question mark. Toxic Players eliminated in 5th place. We're now down to our top 4. The Woo with all 4 alive. FaZe Clan wanted to come in with all 4 alive. Wasn't able to do that. Correxy now timing smoke grenades to try and survive as long as possible. And the Vorpal Swords still holding them out, but with no one pushing in. They can hold as long as they want. Hoba and question mark. They're the team that Vorpal Swords should be afraid of. They hear the shots coming out and they go, okay, this might be something. But quite honestly, they're playing it so slow, so strategically. Can't really blame them, to be honest. Grenades coming off towards the left side. That second one's pretty good. Does damage to both Nixie and Ibby. 20 seconds left to go. Remember, the Woo can still use the corner of this house. Quizzy has moved on. The Woo, 10 kills, all 4 left alive. Very much in pole position. FaZe Clan out of the equation. Question mark duo. Vorpal Swords. Solo. back up to a duo now, but the fact remains the Wu have all of their team members still up. Ibby getting up close and personal against Vorpal Swords here. Not sure to what extent he knows that they're actually all on the roof. PWD has a peek. Good Molotov by the railing. Should be able to get him finished down. He does. Kron, the last player left standing. On the roof, peppered by grenades. Uh-oh. Almost self-mollies there to prevent everyone from coming up. And question mark from afar. A doozy on the roof, actually, preventing Kron from getting any sort of favorable position against the Wu. Is Hoba going to finish it? Oh, that was so close. 33 damage from the grenade bouncing off the side of the building. It's Kron versus the world. And he gets a doozy. All of this is playing into the hands of the Wu. Absolutely all of it. Great Molotov. I don't think it's going to kill him. It's not. A doozy goes down. Hoba still alive and still in with a shout of stealing second place. Flashbangs galore. Ibby comes in, thinks better of it. Can't quite get up the stairs for free. And Hoba's like, if you guys aren't going to hunt Kron, I'm going to hunt him myself. This is ridiculous. All 4 members of the Wu chilling out downstairs, leaving Hoba to do the dirty work. Flashbangs out on the roof. 2 hits, make that 3. Hoba takes it into his own hands. And now deals with the 4v1. Molly's out. No, it's a flash. It's a second flash. He could get a 1v2 here. Gets 1. Molly out. Oh my god. Can question mark win this game? How many first aids has he got? He's only got 2. And Ibby at the last manages to get the win for the Wu, but wow, question mark kept us guessing all the way to the end. A 13 kill chicken dinner here in game number 4 of tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. Very well played to the Wu. In second place, question mark. Absolutely fantastic strategic play with the additional utility at the end. They come second with 9 kills, and Vorpal Swords with 2 kills will complete our podium.